today is something a little bit different than what you normally see. We're doing dyno stuff, and not just our own stuff. We're doing some dyno testing with a couple of local guys here, and they've brought out two really badass machines. One is a turbocharged stick shift Civic. One is a turbocharged stick shift Fox body, and it's a Ford-powered Fox body on top of that. So, dyno day here at Lucor Automotive. This is not something we typically bring you guys a lot of. Normally, the dyno is for us to be able to work on our own toys and get our stuff running right, but we do occasionally let others come and play on our dyno, and we're going to see what these guys can do today. We are not handling the tuning on this. Just going to go ahead and preface that before anybody asks. We do not do any kind of tuning on that. However, you can, in this wonderful, magical, brand new world, do remote tuning, which is really cool. You have somebody literally just log into your laptop while it's plugged into your car, and they can be anywhere else in the world, and they do all of your programming and telemetry and stuff right there on it, and they just need the data off of what the dyno can do. Also, an extremely useful example of what a dyno is for. Yes, it can make big graphs and cool numbers and things, but it's more about getting the drivability and getting all of your bugs ironed out before you go to the track or wherever you happen to be racing your vehicle, because it's a lot safer, it's a lot easier to make modifications, and here in the great state of Ohio, you never really know what the weather's going to be. It could be raining, it could be windy, it could be God only knows what, because this is Ohio and it happens. So today, it's dyno time. Hope you guys enjoy this. It should be a lot of fun. Let's rock and roll. Who's filming?
What?
Who's filming?
Nobody.
Ah!
Is it flat?
It looks pretty flat, I think. I mean, I don't have a straight edge, but
I think you'll be good.
Do you want me to sand it?
I wouldn't touch it. It's a steel header. It's new.
I think it'll be all right.
They're pretty good usually.
Not a problem.
I thought about it. I think we'll be good.
Lock it down, make it stick.
Yeah. It's a little bit more cleaning. All the header bolts. I've never used these rim flex type gaskets.
Yeah, were they all loose?
Every single one.
Every
single one of them. Yeah, you got to retorque them a couple times as you go through heat cycles.
Yeah. Well, when I ran the copper gaskets, they never once loosened up on me. So I thought for sure I would be good, but I was wrong.
Bone stock K-swapped Civic with a turbo on it and E85. Not freaking bad, sir. And on top of that, it's a stick shift car, which makes it even cooler in my book. I'm a huge fan of stick shift drag racing. To me, I've always raced in drag stuff was always stick shift, because for me, it's a getting beat by the other driver, not necessarily getting beat by the car that's faster or the person who can spend more money. In a stick shift race, it really comes down to the driver. So very cool to see that. And I'm not going to talk about the power levels that thing makes, but to see the power levels that thing makes with a bone stock K-swap is absolutely stupid. There's a reason that Honda Civic K-swaps have ruled the import tuner scene for such a long time. Freaking crazy. Absolutely crazy. get the Mustang back up on the dyno. As you could hear in that intro, there was a little bit of a problem. Very bad exhaust leak. Fortunately, it wasn't anything worse than that. So we're gonna get that thing back up here now that the Civic's done, and it's basically was flawless. Just did what it's supposed to do, and that's the end of that. So let's get the Mustang back up here and get this thing running. See what, I have no idea what this is gonna make. Absolutely no idea. It should be a lot. Literally hit it, and it just immediately went into boost. Okay. There was no ramp. It was just bang. Here's all the boost.
It's a relatively small turbo.
Like you said, it made like 35.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's more than we wanted.
I thought we were gonna. I was expecting to come over here and see like 500.
Yeah. Not
trying to
snapping
look it
that
up.
fast.
30 pounds is about 1,000 more than we want to see.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is the engine's still together.
Yeah, engine didn't come apart. That's good.
Yeah, that ramp was just holy shit. Yeah, so that was a whole lot more boost than they had planned on running on that. Got to make a little bit of switcheroo there. They basically gave it all the boost instead of wastegate pressure. So make a quick little change. Figured out what the issue was. A little bit of a wiring snafu. Flip those two things around, and we should be back in business. We'll test this thing again, see what it'll do.
They put 976.
976.
Well, and that is the end of that stick shift Mustang's clutch. Wasn't really designed for the amount of power we're making out of that thing, or they're making out of that thing. It's still holding, but you can definitely see in the dyno graph where it's not happy, and as you can tell from the smoke, it's not happy. But exceeded their expectations as far as power goes, and there's definitely still some power left to be had. At this point in time, this thing can come off the dyno. They can go out and test it, see what they can do, get a hold of this car, because the last time he drove this thing was a number of years ago, and it made, I think, like a third of the power that it's making right now. So there's going to be a lot of driver mods that need to come before this thing can get any faster. It's more than capable of being able to get deep into the 9s, 8s, probably, with the setup that it is with the full boost. So lots of learning to do. Cool thing is with a dyno is you can really make these modifications right now. You can do this stuff right now and be able to test. You don't have to worry about taking it off and doing everything. And you know, especially with fuel injection, you don't have to even turn wrenches. You're just, most of the time, just making little changes on the laptop. So very, very cool. We're gonna get this thing off the dyno. We'll wrap this thing up.
Yeah. Once it starts going, it feels like you should be going forward, and it feels like the car is trying to do that, but you're still fucking strapped down.
I don't know if it was me.
Technically needs your hand on the wheel.
No.
That's gotta be weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to hold the steering wheel.
Because you're holding the button on one side.
Yeah.
You usually have your hand on the transmission on the other side. Did you have a throttle position lock?
Yeah. Yeah. It was 99.9%.
It wasn't oscillating as we were seeing this.
No. No. It was earlier. I saw when he was going through an early log, and the one time I lifted a little bit, you know. So.
Struggle with a crazy ass clutch. Just didn't start bucking, and then your right foot bounces, and then it makes it even worse.
Good.
Guys, good day on the dyno. Both of them drove away under their own power, and that's exactly what you're looking for. Corn-Fed Mafia on Instagram, Gear Bangers _drag racing on Instagram. I'll link to their stuff down there. They're also going to get into the world of YouTube-y stuff after I yelled at them about who was filming, and we're going to see if we can get ourselves some more content creators here in Central Ohio doing cool drag racing stuff, because I know you guys are into that kind of stuff. We're not going to share any of the numbers or the graphs or anything. That's up to those boys and whether or not they want to share that stuff or not. They purely were here to do dyno stuff, and they paid us to borrow our dyno and do what they needed to do, and that's just kind of a service that we occasionally offer certain people. Great way to spend a day. However, it is also extremely disruptive in the shop. Typically speaking, nobody else got any actual work done while those guys were in here making pulls and having fun. So, you know, whatever. It's not a bad way to spend a day, I guess. Welcome to Lucor Automotive. This is a hot rod shop and regular daily driver shop here in Central Ohio. Work on all kinds of cool stuff. Hot rods, daily drivers, race cars, big lifted trucks, diesels, you name it, we do it. If you need any kind of work in the Central Ohio region, we're your guys. Give us a call, hit us up on Instagram, hit us up on Facebook, find us on the yellow pages, however you want to find us, get in touch. We're happy to help out. Again, thanks to those guys for coming out. I really, truly appreciate you guys. Hope you had a good time. Can't wait to see what you guys do when you get to the track. Stay safe, stay straight. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.